Russo, intent on the competition, fails to see his tire is worn through. The tire reminds him. The yellow flag warns the other drivers of the danger.
Perhaps thinks about some other profession. Then, real tragedy strikes. He was testing a car for a friend. They found a nut in one turn, a bolt in another, and farther on, part of the car. Tony Bettenhausen was a champion. He had more experience than almost any man on the track. A man loved and respected by his closest competitors. His career ended here.
Again in 1962, Bob Wente's car was forced into the wall, flipped a couple of times, was in the hospital a few days. But without that safety equipment, it could have been fatal. Then there's the humorous side. Jack Turner spun around 360 degrees and drove back into the pit area. He lost control on the turn. Lady Luck is with Gurney this time, but the Lotus is badly damaged.
Unser's Novi is on the track again, and he continues his search for the short way around. Jim Hurtubise hits the wall on turn 4. The car flies apart from the bone-jarring impact, but Hurtubise is only shaken up. There should have been a fire, but there wasn't.
The pace car goes up. And the green flag is out, and the race is on. The very first lap, some cars get through. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars involved on the very first lap. The track is open in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars perhaps. A car hit the wall on the outside just as the field got the green flag.
The green light comes on again in Foyt's last lap, but just ahead of him on the main stretch, Bobby Grimm, Chuck Holtz, Carl Williams, then Bud Tingelstadt and Larry Dickson. Foyt slows down in the final turn as if by premonition. He weaves through the grinding 5-car pileup to take the checkered flag and finishes the race alone.
Back at the track, Mario Andretti was out for practice in a Lotus, one of the cars prepared and designed by Colin Chapman. Suddenly, there was a crash. It looked like real disaster for Mario Andretti.
And of course, Art Pollard was right behind there in a very dangerous situation.
Well, here it is again, Roger. Into the wall, the nose flew off completely, wheels off.
And you can see Mario jumping out almost before the car is stopped and running to the wall with only minor burns.
This broken hub caused the crash. Here was Mario's reaction.
I feel fine. Ready to go with the other car.
There's trouble in the third turn. That's Roger McCluskey driving in relief of Mel Kenyon into the wall. And this could be in real trouble. Ronnie, Bucknum getting into it. Bucknum in car number 19, closest to you. McCluskey getting out of the car, and Sam Sessions just gets around McCluskey. But the other cars are still coming. The yellow light is on. Yellow flag has been put out. But the fuel is running down the track, and here are other cars coming through it. Coming up into the wall is Roger McCluskey. He hits the wall, and right there, he's on fire. Ronnie Bucknum sideways, down below.
It appears that a right rear wheel broke on McCluskey's car, causing the accident.
Slides on down the wall, and the car is already on fire. The right rear wheel, of course, comes off the automobile. Buckman sliding into the area of fuel that's already on fire.
Okay, and the man who won the Formula 3 race last year in Monte Carlo, Ronnie Peterson.
Oh, Crowe! Coming straight.
Mike Mosley, number 4. A terrible crash. He's crashed into other cars that were parked there. That's Donahue's number 66, which was just parked there earlier.
Here's another driver stopping.
Bobby Unser getting out of his car.
No, I don't think so. Bobby's still in his car. He's over on the right. Look at this driver here jumping over.
Maybe that was Bobby. At any rate, it's Bobby and Mosley involved in this. That number 95 was also a pre-parked car, a Bentley Warren.
There's the impact. Something's gone wrong with that car, Jim, because it's running along the outside.
Right rear tire flying high in the air. See it?
Look at the flame there. This is immediate spill from the fuel. Trailing it all the way along with him. Look at him. He's going to cross the track now. This is him crossing the track now. Still incredible speed. He must still be doing... Look at the tire coming down. He must still be doing 150 miles an hour.
Now that's Bobby hitting backwards into the outside wall. Bobby Unser.
Tremendous impact.
Yeah, there's Mosley going in, and the car of Donahue simply exploding. Gas tanks exploding. And now Bobby sliding into the wall.
Again backwards, more flame.
Jim Malloy hits it head on at almost 190 miles an hour. Jim passed away 4 days later, the first fatality at Indianapolis in 4 years.
And Unser going down a little low, I think, maybe coming in. There's Unser. It looks like he's going to make a pit stop. That could give Savage the lead again. Yes, he is. Oh, my God, it's Savage! Oh!
What a crash. God almighty.
The worst thing I've ever seen.
Savage.
That is the worst thing I've ever seen. On a race course anywhere. One tire must have flown 100 feet in the air. I think he's in the one to the right. I can't even tell what part. Sweet Savage is moving inside that thing. Just fire there. We have the battle of the brothers. Al and Bobby Unser in cars number 48 and 15 battling for third place. Oh, there goes, that could be he hit the wall all right. Yep. Jerry Carl in car number 42.
I'll say he hit that a pretty good smack. He had the brakes locked up. That's what all the smoke was. The wheels were absolutely locked up as he slid into it.
Well, that's the first crash of the race. No word on Jerry yet. The ambulance is there.
Yeah, I'd say he hit it about, looks like to me about 100 miles an hour, I'd say.
But it looks like they're, yeah.
Eldon Rasmussen, number 58, is in the yellow car, coming around turn number 2. And oh, we've got an axe! Viva! It's on the wall. He goes into a terrible slip, and we have a fire. The engine is ripped off the back of the car and comes tumbling across. A.J. Foyt was right behind him. He was able to avoid it somehow. But Tom Sneva is in the car. He's moving around.
They're going even, going into turn 2 even as they go through there together. Somehow they touch. Now you see Sneva in the blue car low down, and he actually goes into what I would call a classic open wheel racing car action. It climbs over the front wheel of the yellow car, of Rasmussen's car. This is the type of accident that can occur. It seems to me that Tom Sneva was in the inside line. Rasmussen stayed parallel with him, but look at that car slam against the wall.
A split-second error. Airborne catastrophe. Watch it again in slow motion.
Several days ago, May 16th, Danny and Gaius tested his backup car. was a shattering experience for Danny and Gaius and his friend Parnelli Jones, and a reminder that a split second is enough time to destroy a $100,000 car.
But here's this young man going out there. He's got 39 seconds, his pit crew tells him, advantage on A.J. Foyt. And there's a car.
It's Tom Sneva. Tom Sneva, twice set on the pole here, was doing very well for a while this afternoon, has pushed it into the wall, appears to be all right, as you can see. He's getting under the car, out of the car by his own power. Lost a wheel there.
It was turn 2 where he had his big accident back in 1975, and it's turn 2 again. He's okay, he's dazed, he tossed off his steering wheel there, he's all right.
But really needed something like the good month he's had in Indianapolis to get his spirits back. All right, we got an incident out there. What is it, 20? Dick Ferguson, number 26, losing a wheel.
Yes, that's quite a heavy accident. He's looking down now. Is he unconscious or is he just trying to undo his seatbelt? He doesn't seem to be moving very much, Jim. That's a very heavy impact he had. The emergency crews here in Indianapolis. The yellow flag, of course, is out. And look how quickly these crews get to the driver. These are the first aid people that you see there in the white uniforms there. The security men and the emergency removal of the driver can be taking place by the men in their yellow or bright orange overalls there. This is in the turn 2, entrance to turn 2. He obviously had a problem getting out of turn 1.
Art Pollard had been killed in practice. It was a terrible year. The race was never actually completed. With many, many mixed emotions as she sits on the pit wall there. Oh my God, the terrible crash! I think it's Danny on Gaius.
Well,
I think it's on Gaius, Jackie.
And the driver's in the car, Jim. He's still in the car. I can see he's sitting upright. In fact, his feet are outside the car. The car is on fire. Luckily, the flame, I think, is going back the way.
There's a spectator outside the fence. There must have been either fuel or a part of some sort.
Here we see a replay of this accident, of what we managed to get here. The car has already collided for the first time with the wall, and that is where I think these spectators have been injured, because look at the pieces. Yeah. Now the car goes on fire. It's a ball of fire. By now it's not only the alcohol that's burning, it's an oil tank that's ruptured, because that's when you can see that flame. Look at these wheels, suspension parts. We were speaking earlier of a deformable structure. I've never seen a race car deform.
Gordon Smiley lost control of his car in the third turn. The machine virtually disintegrated. Smiley died instantly. Because of the expansiveness of the 2.5-mile-long oval, the accident occurred out of view of the majority of the spectators. It was the first fatality at the Speedway in 9 years. Death is an accepted risk in the racing world. Racers mourn privately. The track was cleared, and 3 hours later, the time trials continued. Al Michaels for ABC News, Indianapolis.
The front of the car to wash out a little bit as you come out of turn 2.
A crash. We can't pick it up yet. I can't see who it is. Parts everywhere. Yellow flag out. This could be a very bad. Oh, this is terrible.
Could be the worst crash that we have seen in Indy in years, Jim.
You see that smoke? That's not it. Here it is over here.
Yeah.
Into the inner wall.
The inner wall.
Flying.
There. Incredible.
Well, you see it.
Violence. Well, now you know what happens when something goes wrong at 200 miles an hour. You know, sometimes, you know, Jim, you really don't understand the speed.
You know, there are those who claim that people go to automobile races only to see people crash. There was a graphic demonstration. People want to see, I believe, man winning out.
Fittipaldi!
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that is what people do not want to see. I don't know where.
Well, first of all, let me make sure I'm right. I just caught it out of the corner of my eye. I could be completely wrong. I am. It was Sneva. There he is going to pinch down across. No, he isn't either. There's Vogler taking the line. Sneva charges down into him.
Well, he just suddenly went right.
Yeah.
And into the wall.
It looked as if Sneva didn't see Vogler or thought he was further ahead of him
There's Sneva.
than he was.
Down low. And someone just getting by there. And then, also hitting the wall.
The 4-car crash which reshuffled the field once again. Watch Dennis Firestone on the left of the screen. His left rear wheel exploded. He lost it to the inside. Roberto Moreno dived to the inside to get away from him and ran into the pit wall. Then banged into the back of George Snyder's car while debris hit Jose Garza's car parked in the pits. Another time in slow motion. It is Firestone to the left of the screen who starts the chain reaction, losing the car to the inside as his wheel exploded. Moreno almost got away into the pits, but reacted too far and banged into the pit wall. Now watch Snyder as he is nudged from behind by Moreno and likewise loses control. Meanwhile, Garza's car is to the far right of the screen, parked innocently in the pits. Ultimately, Garza's car had to be repaired. Moreno went into a substitute car. Snyder replaced the engine in what became a substitute car.
One of those who hit the wall head-on, Danny Ungaius. He would be knocked out of the Indy 500. His replacement, Al Unser Sr., would be the Indy 500 winner. A familiar sight was a sleek machine reduced to rubble, with drivers questioning their own ability.
Danny Sullivan leads down the backstretch, then Mears. Now watch this fight here. Yellow flag is out as a car against the wall. Roberto Guerrero, and it looks to be Scotty Brayton. A third car is there as well. All right, we watch here. Here is one angle. You can see up in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, coming off of the second turn. One car apparently losing it. Brayton and Guerrero go to the wall right in front of the corporate suites and slide along that wall. Dangerous situation here for Guerrero because he's pointed nose in.
This may be the best coverage.
He's already started to lose it. Now he loses it sideways. Guerrero goes high, but that was the wrong direction as Scotty takes Guerrero to the wall.
Brayton lost it right on the painted lines, didn't he? Exactly what happened to Danny Sullivan 3 years ago. It doesn't surprise me a bit that Mario...
And an accident, the 11 car, that's Kevin Cogan, up on its side in the pit area. A serious accident in the pit area, but look at Cogan. The car cut in half. The car in half, but Kevin Cogan climbs out. This accident occurring up at the head of the pit area. Coming off of the fourth turn. Cogan taps the outside wall, the inside wall, and then the end of the pit wall. Now there is an attenuated barrier right there at the end of the pit wall. Here is that camera at the end of the pit wall. You see Cogan sliding. He comes down. Now watch. Kevin Cogan impacts the end of that attenuated barrier